Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this is Linda T70. You are very welcome today and it's very good to have your company. Thank you if you're a returning viewer and subscriber, and if you've just happened on my channel by chance, good to have your company and I hope you'll stick with me. I don't sort of take things too seriously on this channel. It's kind of a lifestyle channel, I suppose, but I like a little chat and I like a little laugh, so you know, you're very welcome to join us in the future if you'd like to. Okay, so wobble. First of all, thank you very much for all the comments about the my treasured possessions, which was my last video. I really do have. I know that the people that watch me and subscribe to me obviously watch and subscribe to many other people, but the people that I have watching my channel on a regular basis are some of the nicest people, and it's quite moving, really. My video about the previous video about things that I hold dear to me and actual physical things that I've kept, they you know, I told you the stories behind them, and I really thought we were going down a bit of a rabbit hole there, and I didn't know that anyone would be actually interested in hearing about that, because obviously it is really personal, isn't it? And everyone's probably got their own memory box of things, and you'll all have your own stories, but it is, you know, it's what you, the way you see things and look at things and how you remember things. And particularly my teddy that was my sister's, and I do thank you. I mean, I do miss my sister, but you know, I do appreciate all the comments that you made about that, and but we're all in the same, aren't we? We get at same sort of group, really. You get to an older age and there's lots of stories, and some are sad. Hopefully the good ones outweigh the sad ones. We've all lost people. By and large, I would think if you get to 70 plus, you've lost at least one parent, potentially some siblings. So, you know, it's sad. It's not a tragedy. Tragedies are different things altogether when you lose people that go before their time, I think. Anyway, I just wanted to say how much I appreciated everything you've said, and how much you enjoyed it. Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. So I don't suppose it's going to be one of my best performing videos ever. That one still what seems to be the bra one and the bra measuring one. But anyway, it's nice to do some different content, and thank you again for caring, really. One of the things, though, I did mention in that video that I thought was in my little box that I had was my school reports, and I was literally looking for something else this morning, and I did come across them. I still have them. My parents didn't go to a single thing for me at school. They worked hard, as parents did in the 60s, and mum and dad both worked, and they had a business that they ran, so they didn't have very much time for doing the things that all mums and dads do today, or guardians. You know, we all make an effort to support our children at school, don't we? Go to parents' evenings, go to the school plays. You sit there and, you know, through the nativity play every year, cringing but going, oh, isn't he lovely? But my parents never did any of that. I can remember them going to one show that my sister did, but when I asked them to come to things for me, they used to say, well, we didn't go to anything of your sister's, so we were not coming to any of your open evenings. So I don't think they ever spoke to a teacher. Parents were a bit like this in my parents' generation, weren't they? They weren't the sort of cuddly, fluffy types. But having said all that, my parents, my mother probably, did keep some of my school reports. And I was just reading through them, and it's exactly what you'd expect from me if you knew me as an individual, you know, over a long period of time. The last, which looks like this, I mean, it's got my original name on it, but, you know, don't tell anyone. I don't know if you can read any of that, but you can sort of see it's a typed thing on very yellowing paper. And this was the last report from junior school up to secondary school. And we had Miss Cook. I remember her as being my teacher. I wonder where Miss Cook must be about 100 by now, I don't know. Wonder whatever happened to her. We've all got a notable teacher, haven't we? Somebody that made a difference to us. Maybe not for all the right reasons, but I've certainly got one. And I talk with my friends who I went to school with quite frequently about this. And we've got the one teacher that we've got that we all have in common that made a difference to our lives was our needlework teacher. I mean, I'm no great sewer or seamstress or anything, but I can sew a button on and I can use a sewing machine, and that's held me in good stead over the years. So the sort of practical skills. So I'll just tell you I mean, there's hardly anything on it. Do you know, when I look at my grandchildren's school reports now, because, you know, our children show them to us, and I don't even understand what they're saying and what they're talking about. I can't think of the particular phrases that they use, but they obviously teach them they're basically teaching them, apart from perhaps computer things, everything that we've all learned in school. You know, they tell us they're telling them how to add things up, take things away, multiply and divide. They're telling the children how to write and construct a sentence. They're telling them a bit of history. So basically nothing has changed. But they use all these fancy expressions, and I read this and I say to my daughter and my son, what does that mean? And they go, I don't know. So yeah, they've all changed a bit. But basically, for me, in the year 1965, the sum up, the general comments from my class teacher was, Linda works well in class. She has made progress, but needs to persevere with her maths. That has never changed, I've got to tell you. I'm still useless with maths. She wrote, mathematics, her work has improved. English, good. Her compositions are imaginative and well written. Spelling and comprehension, good. History, geography and science all comes under one thing. Shows interest in these subjects and works hard. That's a bit vague, isn't it? Art and craft, good. She has good ideas and ability to carry them out. And for PE, good. Well, that's the biggest laugh. I mean, you know, when you're the fat kid in the class and you're not very good at all that. So don't worry, I'm not going to read out reams of things or anything, but just by contrast, I've got at my secondary school, I have my, this was 1966, so I suppose that would have been going into the second year of secondary school, and it's one of these jobbies. So all the subjects and the teachers have written there. I mean, you know, the needlework lady, Linda is capable but finds this subject trying. Music, satisfactory. God, our music lessons were something else. Religious instruction, satisfactory work. I think they just write that because they don't know what to say, don't they? Something that's BD. Ballroom dancing. God, we used to do ballroom dancing at school. That was a cringe fest. I remember that we had to, the same teacher taught French and ballroom dancing. And we used to have to, the boys had to choose a girl to dance with, and then the girls would have to choose a boy. And that was the worst thing when you're that. I mean, I was never the top of the class in the looks department or anything. I didn't have a particularly posh school uniform. You know, there were some girls in our year and our class that, you know, you could tell they came from a good background, and we'd all wear the same uniform, but some of us were at the other end of that, and I was one of those. And I remember that was the worst. I can still remember the knot in my stomach. And then you think, well, if you go and pick him to dance, he's going to look down his nose. Or if you pick him to dance, he's going to think you fancy him. And at the end, what I used to do every time I had to do that, there was a little boy in our class that was a bit, you know, he was probably the male version of me. So I think we used to pick each other. But ballroom dancing, anyway, quite satisfactory. So and then we go to the next year, and my sum up is Linda has become a very useful member of the family. Our school had family groups, and so there were several children from each year. This is our secondary school, as I say, within our registration group. And the idea was that we got to know children that weren't just in our year, they were in other years of the school. You know, we wouldn't probably become friends with them because a 14-year-old doesn't want to peruse with an 11-year-old, do they? But I thought it was a really innovative idea. And so that's the family. They're called family groups. So I became a very useful member of the family, quiet but helpful. Her attitude towards work has shown a marked improvement, and I hope she keeps this up. So those were those. And then I've got my exam results. I went to college for a year because I didn't know what to do. I couldn't think of a job I wanted to do, and I didn't really get any I think we must have had careers advice, but they obviously didn't advise me to do anything in particular. I felt quite creative, and I thought of window dressing. Window dressing or display, and I thought of floristry, but for whatever reason I never did either of those. So at college I did English language, English lit, history and geography. I got a B in English language and English literature, a C- in history, and a C in geography. Yeah, all sort of vague subjects, vague comments rather. The English language, there seems to be no valid reason why the student should not succeed in both the Englishes. English should not, let me start that again. It goes over 2 boxes. There seems to be no valid reason why this student should not succeed in both subjects at O-level. I never did an O-level in it. With history, Linda has tried hard, in spite of some difficulties with this subject. I think it's having a bad memory, I don't know. And geography was Linda worked reasonably well. So there we go. I just thought I'd sum those up for you. And those words of kind of, I am that human being. I have grown up the same. I don't know. I think it's a fairly accurate depiction of me, but I really loved school. I did like school. I wasn't, as you can see, I wasn't massively good at anything, but I must stop knocking this table, I'm so sorry. I wasn't massively good at anything really, but I did enjoy it, and I enjoyed, you know, my friends, being at school with friends, and yeah, so I did quite enjoy it. Anyway, so that is that. Sorry if that's gone on a bit. We're heading for another 40-minute video, aren't we? The other thing about this video is I'm going to show you the result of my tidying and decluttering and building my open wardrobe upstairs. I took a bit of before footage. I'm never very good at these before and after things. I really should think them through a bit better, but it gives you an idea anyway of the right old state it was in before, and then, you know, what we've done. There's still, I would say, out of 100 there's probably 5% more to do, probably a bit of painting. I'm a bit undecided about that, but I think I'm going to do some more painting in there. But I'll show you that in a bit and show you what we've achieved. I mean, current husband has been a trooper doing that. And the other thing on that sort of subject really is I was going to show you, so I've got to retidy or resort my makeup out. I do this every so often. And I still can't find anything, so I just must have too much. So I'm going to have to be ruthless. So I thought, if you can, I'll sit and chat to you and we'll go through it if you're interested. If not, you can fast forward this bit. I'll see what I'm going to keep. So I'll just reposition the camera a bit so you can see more what I'm doing, if I can do that. So back in a sec. Right, I'm not sure how successful this will be because I'm trying to aim the camera down a bit, but we'll just have to manage, won't we? So, okay, now I think I can probably afford to get rid of some eyeshadow palettes. I've got this one, which has got greys in, because I quite like well, I say I like using grey eyeshadows, but the reality is I bought this and I never use it, so I think that's one for the go pile, isn't it? This is an old, what do you call it, Revolution, I think. Yeah, Revolution palette, which I used to use all the time, and I've just rediscovered it because I tend to go for brown colours now rather than greys, and that has a decent selection. You can see the one I use mostly, can't you? But yeah, so I think I'll keep that. This is a New York Skyline palette by Collection. I mean, that has got some greys in it, but I don't ever wear anything. I don't tend to use very many of these lighter colours. I know you're supposed to highlight and stuff, but I just can't be bothered. So I think, oh, and the thing's broken, so I think that one's going to go. Now, if there's anything here that I show you and you think, oh my God, Linda, you've got to keep that. I know it's going to be a bit tricky because I'm recording this on Thursday to put out for tomorrow, and because it's been a bank holiday week, our rubbish collection is on Saturday. So just write something quick in the comments tomorrow and I'll go and fish it out of the bin if you think there's something I really shouldn't be living without. Just noticed something's rolling around on the floor. What is it? Oh, there's always something, isn't there? Hang on. I don't know what that is. I can't see anything. Anyway, never mind. Right, I have got, this is a Dior lipstick, which I think must have been a free gift in something, because I don't remember ever trying to buy and I really like it. I suppose I should make note of the shade, and then I could, oh, I don't know, shade 100 anyway, maybe buy another one, but that one's gone now, so that one can go in that pile. I have an Avon pinkish purplish lipstick. I do use that, so I'll keep that. That can go in that pile. I've got a Revlon one, which I think is quite similar, but they're easy to grab, so I'll keep that. The other thing is, as I've said to you before, I've got one of those IKEA dressing tables, and the drawer, it's really difficult to find stuff in it, so I've tried to move a lot of stuff out of the drawer, and I've got these jobbies that I keep things in the drawer so I can get to them easily, because I don't like a lot of stuff on the top of the dressing table. There's obviously some things that you have to keep grabbing that you keep on the top, but I don't like too much clutter on there, so I'm trying to get as much in the drawers that I don't otherwise use. I've got a little a two-drawer IKEA thing next to my bed, like nearly all the population's got, and I've been using that to store some stuff that I use, but I don't use it on a regular basis. So anyway, let's press on. I've got this MAC eyeshadow palette. This was one I tried on camera a few months ago. I sometimes use the brown on that. I sometimes use this one, but I think if I've got those other shades in there, I don't think I need that. I think anything I get rid of, by the way, if they're still doing it, I'm going to take it to Boots and put in their makeup recycling thing. So I say dig it out of the rubbish. That's a sort of metaphorical use of the word. I've got some Damage Reversal SPF 40 Day Cream from Boots, so I'll keep that. I've got pencil sharpener. This is what I bought the other day and I showed you. I haven't actually tried it yet. It's the Revolution Pro Protect Soft Focus Primer SPF 50, and I haven't used that. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm really useless at this stuff, aren't I? hopefully, I mean, I haven't used that because I've rediscovered this, which is the serum version of that number 7 moisturiser. Oh my god, the words just won't, they won't come. They're there, but they won't come. I found this in them when we went on holiday recently. My little grandson went to the beach and he gave us all a shell, so I've got that. Oh. Just in case my daughter's watching and she thinks I've chucked that away, I haven't. I've got an e.l.f. lip plumping gloss. I'm going to get rid of this because it makes your lips tingle and I can't stand it. It doesn't give me lovely plump lips. So that's going. So that's going. That's keeping. I have this Skyline or Sky High, whatever it is, mascara. I think I could probably do with a new one, but I'll keep that. I have, this is a Boots 17 Brow Define Duo palette, but I sometimes use this as an eyeshadow. I don't do anything with my eyebrows. I probably should, but I think it's a bit of a waste of time when you've got a fringe. And I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. My 17 Extreme Extension mascara. I might as well keep that because I'm using it at the moment. I've got a Boots 17 Lacquer Gloss Lip Gloss, which is a pinky one, which I do use, so I'll keep that. Don't use these things every day. This is from the MAC video. I kept one of these darker lipsticks because I thought sometimes they might be useful, and I've worn it once or twice, and I think when I've tried it on camera, I think a few of you said it suited me, but I just don't feel right in a big lipstick. If I had a nice lips, you know, if the plumping stuff worked, I might go with it, but you know, when you've got wizened old lips, I don't think it does much for you. So I think that'll go to the recycling. I've got a number 7 Intense Volume Mascara. I mean, I know that I've got too many mascaras here. I had high hopes for this and it was horrible, so that's going. This lipstick, I don't know where I got it from. Oh, it's e.l.f. What's that? Eyes, Lips, Face, isn't it? And I do use that occasionally. I sort of go for the same colours all the time, don't I? Should I keep it? Oh, yeah. This Thrill Seeker mascara didn't give me any thrills, so that's going. This is a 17 lipstick, again a sort of pinky colour. I never use it. I've got enough with the others really, so that's going. Oh, I've got some of this Miracle Glow Max Factor Miracle Glow Pro Illuminator Universal Highlighter. There's not a great deal that I highlight on my face, so I don't even know, I must have had it ages. I have used it because you're supposed to put it here, aren't you? But I can't seem to get it right on there. I just look like I've got, well, you know, I'm going to a 70s party or something. Lip pencil, I do use that, so I'll keep that. What's this? This is another lip pencil. Bit more of a pinky shade, can you see? To that one. I'll keep those. This is an Avon. Oh, yeah, I tried this once or twice. This was from an Avon haul I did, and it's an eyeshadow, and it's like a sort of a berry one, and it feels quite nice, and you can obviously blend it. I just don't wear it. And the thing is, also, I don't think the colour suits me. I think I look like I've been punched in the eye. Thing is also with these, I know you shouldn't when you're old, but I tend to put a line of shadow as the definition under my eyes, and you can't really do it with this. Now don't tell me you can, because I can't. So I think that's just going to go. That's going to go. And then I've got, I do have an eyebrow pencil. I suppose I should keep that just in case I ever try to do anything with my eyebrows. So that was in this little container thing, so that's empty. So I'm going to pop all the stuff that I'm going to keep in there. So sorry about the clattering. Keep all that. Talk among yourselves. Oh no, that's in the wrong pile. I don't want that. I don't want that. Oh no, I do want that. Right. Now, the next stuff. So, I should have bought a little container down. Actually, I'll put it in here. I got this thing. I don't know where I got it from. And you think that's going to be really useful, don't you, for putting stuff in? And it really isn't. The hours I've spent putting my makeup in here neatly, and you think, oh, that's ideal for the lipsticks, but there's always one that doesn't fit in. It's just too big, too long, and I just think, should I just get rid of that and just stick to these two? I think probably that's the answer, and then they'll fit in that drawer. This little grey tray thing, you might remember I bought two of those from, I don't know, was it B&M or somewhere? I can't remember, not that long ago. And I've got, ding dong, I've got one on my dressing table with some stuff in, but I did have two on there. But I just think it's too much stuff, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't know why I keep tapping. It's annoying, isn't it? Right, I'll go through the other bits in 1 second. So the last few bits I've got to show you. I've got half a mirror. Don't think I need that. That's going in the we don't want you anymore pile. Now, I bought this recently. This is ELF No Budge Cream Eyeshadow. And I'm here to tell you it does budge. I don't know whether it was because we had extreme heat, or maybe I didn't leave my primer to dry long enough before I applied it. But it didn't really do it for me. And also I had the same problem about putting some under my eyes. I don't have anything. I know, please don't bother, because I've made the decision on this, sort of commenting and saying I'll use a cotton bud or something, because I can't be arsed with all that, frankly. So this is going to go. It was worth a try though. It looked quite a nice colour and it was quite easy to apply, but it's just not right for me. So that's going. This is a blusher I've got. I struggle with blushers so much. This one is a, I don't know, natural collection, and it's a pink one. I go for pink because I think if you blush you go pink. I don't go for bronzy colours or anything. I'm never really very good at applying it. I don't know what's so different about my face to everybody else in the world, because other people seem to manage it. I think I put some on today, but I just hardly put any on really. But anyway, there's no point in me chucking it away, because if I buy something different it won't help me, so I'll keep that. So that's going in there. This is what we got here, Max Factor Miracle Prep 3-in-1 Beauty Protect Primer. So protects against pollution, UVA, UVB and blue light. It's quite a big you know, claim, isn't it, really, for this little pot of stuff. I've said this before, because I'm not really into beauty. I wish I was one, but I'm not particularly into makeup and things. If I do try things every now and again. I've kind of stuck to the similar way of putting makeup on with some you know, changes that I've always done. I mean, I don't go around with bright yellow and bright blue, budgie blue eye shadow on like I did once, but you know, I kind of I just think I put what I'm comfortable with on. I don't put I do sometimes put a cull pencil on the top of my lashes. I've used a bit of eyeshadow for that today. I don't use eyeliner because I think I'm too old and it just draws attention to things you don't want to draw attention. I'm not saying I'm too old or I'm too this or I'm too that to get you to say, oh no, you're not, you're lovely, or anything like that. I'm not fishing for compliments. It's just the way I see myself. And oh, we've got a nice BP lorry outside. So anyway, this stuff, I get confused with primers and serums, and my daughter tells me 100 times what the difference is and what you do with them, and I just don't remember. So it's a bit like my history at school. So anyway, this is this. Trying to desperately show you what this stuff looks like with the light on the products. It's going. I can't justify keeping it. It's taking up space. It's got ginkgo and ginseng complexes, SPF 30, but I don't wear it, so there's no point, is there? I've got one of these little jobbies. I never use it. It's going. I use this. We've all got one of these, haven't we? I think nearly everyone in the world seems to, a bit like the IKEA dressing table. Perhaps they should give them away with the IKEA dressing table, because we've all got one of these and we've all got one of those. So I'll keep that. This is my if I read the top I'll remember, won't I? My Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer Eyeshadow Primer. I was going to say putty, that's the word I was looking for. I think perhaps the stuff I had before was putty. But anyway, it's kind of a bit like that. Oh, and they're cutting the grass outside, so that'll be noisy. Sorry. So anyway, I'll keep that because for the want of anything different. Put that with that. Boot 17 Shadow Pop. This is colour Mocha, is it? I use this all the time. It's just easy to shove on. You've seen me put my makeup on, haven't you? I've done a video with that, and I mean, it doesn't take me long. I just bung a bit on and hope for the best, basically. And I've said 100 times, if I spend 3 hours doing my makeup or 10 minutes, I still look the same. So I'm going to keep my number 7 foundation because that was quite successful. There are occasions when if I'm rushing off somewhere, I use this. Now, I'm sorry, this is a bit of a tatty old container because I haven't used it for a while, but I do use it. It's L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Perfecting Powder with hyaluronic acid in the colour neutral, and it's kind of a little powder puff thing. And I just put that on when I can't bother to put face makeup on, but I don't want to scare the natives. So that, I'll keep that. Another shade, another collection palette with basically all the same colours as everything else I've got. You can see I haven't even dug down to the metal on this, so it's something I hardly ever use. So it looks like I've tried these two, but they can go. One more palette with the lid that's fallen off. This is Revolution Ultimate Desire, and again, I've had a little dabble, but yeah, there's no point. There's no point. They're not my go-to things. This lipstick that my daughter got me for Christmas with some other bits, I think it's a Primark thing, I don't know, but I like that. I'll wear that. I was trying to find that this morning, actually. That's the thing, you see, with all this stuff, you can't find what you're actually looking for. If you think, I want this, which I did this morning, I was shoving around in the drawer and I couldn't find it anywhere. And yeah, it's just madness. And do you have that thing where things go missing for like a day and then they turn up? I sit at my dressing table, I've got all my bits and pieces there, so I'll get the stuff out, do it, put it all back as far as I'm concerned. Then the next day I'll go and look for the same thing. It could be my tweezers, because you've got to keep on top of your beard, haven't you? And all the other little and then I think, well, where have they gone? I mean, the tweezers I bought back from holiday, actually that was about 4 weeks ago. I've never seen them since, so I had to go and buy some new ones, as I did show you. Still, they haven't turned up. But yeah, and then eventually, well, after a few days, you'll see it and it's right under your nose, and you think, well, who put that there? So I don't know if everyone gets that, where you just, things disappear, and then they think, we've had our little break, we're coming back to see you. I know I'm a bit weird, aren't I? And I've got this little lonely, I'm be sorry when this goes, because I don't even know what it is and where I got it from, but I use this quite a lot. The colour is Espresso, and it's, oh, Bloom, is that a brand, Bloom? This is another reason why I don't do a lot of beauty videos, because I don't know one brand from another. I've never really taken a great deal of interest in it. By the way, did you notice I've had my hair cut? A bit shorter than normal, I think. I think it's all right. Can't stick it back on, can you? Yeah, Bloom. I'll have to look that up, see if it's actually a brand. But anyway, Espresso Brown, I use that. That's an emergency one as well. Not an emergency, that's a staple for me. So until that dies a death, I'm going to keep that. So let me put all the things together that I'm getting rid of so you can see. The lids are falling off of everything, the caps. So I don't think that's too bad. I think I've been fairly, did I want that? What's this? Oh, it's a lip liner. Do I wear that colour? No. Oh, oh no, I do that one. Oh God, right, we're retrieving that from the no pile. Right, so I am getting rid of, I think I've put everything in the right pile. I'll show you. All of this. So I think that's the right thing to do. Oh, this fell out of it, so this as well. So all of those things. So what I intend to do now is that is the end of all the things I'm going to show you today. I'm going to just got a last quick video to do of the bedroom upstairs, and then I'll just show you how I've tidied everything and rearranged bits and pieces. I will tell you that we used MDF, well, I say we, current husband, MDF on the open wardrobe, and he totted it all up for me, and he reckoned he'd spent about 140 quid on all everything he needed for that, and we probably spent about another, I reckon we spent about 200 quid on the whole thing, which is far cheaper than buying a wardrobe and, you know, all the stuff and the time and effort to put something together. And he just did this, you know, he designed it. It's a simple design, don't get me wrong. We're not talking about, you know, somebody designing an outrageous thing. It's just very simple, but it's exactly what I wanted. It's made a lot of difference already, because we can see what we've got. And anyway, I won't go on about it now, but I'll show you that, and I will say thank you so much for watching. I hope you've liked the noise everywhere. I bet you can hear it. They're cutting the grass out the front and up the road as well, and they're whizzing around on those little, you know, thingy bobs, lawn mowers. Cutting the grass, so sorry about the noise. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the little makeover, and let me know about the makeup. Be quick about that though, in case I have to get anything out the recycling. And I will see you very soon, so you take care. See you next week. Bye bye. This is the before of the bedroom. Now it's a terrible mess at the moment because we've literally been pulling stuff out and moving stuff around before we put stuff back in again. And I was hoping to be able to utilise these, I think they're called Kallax, aren't they, units, because I've got several of these around, but it doesn't look like we've got enough room on this wall for this wardrobe. So this is all gonna look completely different. This wall has I should have done a video of the bedroom before all this stuff was shoved around, because it's not usually this untidy. We have a shelf and oh, this is really hard to move. Ooh. There's a shelf with a rail on it that I've had for ages. Obviously that's going to come off, and the pictures and stuff. So this isn't normally here. That was just there last night because he has to put something there for his CPAP machine, and there was a long cupboard here, one of these double-sized ones. So this is the before. We can only go so far down the wall, of course, to allow for the door to open. So and he has bought, I'll show you in this room, this is the children's room, which again is a right old mess because yesterday was pouring with rain and I've been drying some laundry off in here. He's been to B&Q and had some lengths of MDF cut, and we've had some wood in our loft. Ooh, rogue sock there. So yeah, this will all look completely different, but a current husband did have a really good idea. See, there's all stuff spilling onto the landing and into my son's room. We have this cupboard on the stairs, which I always have used for hanging space. I tell you what, this light, I won't give you a direct view of it if I can possibly, well, perhaps I am. It's a battery motion light, absolutely brilliant. £8 from B&Q. I've got one in my cupboard understairs cupboard downstairs. Absolutely brilliant. So when you're looking for stuff, you don't have to. We do have a light in here. Current husband put a light up here a couple of years, years ago. But it's you need something at this level if you're looking for clothes. But anyway, so he's had a brilliant idea about this cupboard. All this old toot's coming out and going to different homes. It's going to be cleared and tidied because everything just has been shoved in this. It's my son's been living here for part of the week. We had to, everything that was in the room that he uses had to go somewhere else in the house, so that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. But anyway, current husband suggested that when we move all this hanging stuff, he's going to put shelves and things in here. So I'm going to show you that when that's all done. That probably won't be this weekend, but he's going to start, this is bank holiday weekend, so he's going to start doing this. He's got a little idea in his mind of how it's going to look. So, as I say, sorry about all the rubbish everywhere. It's not rubbish, it's stuff that had lovely possessions. It's just all in the flipping way at the moment. Yeah, because I've got my nice bedding on. Yeah, so I shall see how we are later, and I might video depending on where we are. I'm going to sort this side of the room out as well because I've moved. This cupboard was over there, but I'm not going to have this in. I think I've just got too much stuff in this room, and it's not the biggest of bedrooms. It's adequate, but so yeah, this is this kind of before, the carnage before. And oh, by the way, I don't know if I said this before, this mat here, I bought 2 of them for the dogs, cool mats. They're very good if you've got a bad back. Current husband's got a bad back and he's been putting it in the bed and sleeping on it. So the dogs haven't used it, so he's making use of it. So there we go. Some random toys there that need to go downstairs to the toy cupboard. Yeah, so I shall update you on all this mess. This is day 2 of the sorting out. This is the children's room, so there's not much difference at the moment. We've moved the double unit into here. The wood and stuff that was on the floor yesterday, if indeed it was here when I took the video yesterday, I can't remember, that's all been used now. So this needs to be sorted. The cupboard on the landing, I've done this. So this is so far. The current husband cut this shelf, which was as deep as the cupboard, but into half, and it's much more usable. Now this is all my craft stuff, which isn't going to be its final home, but I've just shoved things in where I can out of the way because, you know, we were doing this till quite late yesterday. We do have an overhead light as well. So I put these Kallax things in here. I have an upstairs hoover, this lives in here usually. I might find a better place for it. So I'm beginning to sort out what I'm going to put in the little pigeonholes. These are my spare hangers that I've got, so we've kept the hanging rail in here. So that's how, I don't know if I can get back far enough to show you. I'd say this is about 1.25 meters wide maybe, and I don't know, maybe 1/2 meter, 3/4 meter deep, I don't know, I'm just guessing. So yes, so that's going to be much more usable space. I did consider buying those, are they called not borax, what are those things you buy from IKEA, the shelving systems or similar, but I had these over. I was going to use them in the bedroom, but I thought, well, let's have a go with these at first and keep the costs down. So anyway, so that is that. Let me turn this light off. And this is I think I said yesterday, this is a motion sensor battery light. Honestly, really good. B&Q still have them, £8 if you've got a little corner like that you need. So this is as far as he's got with the wardrobes. Now, I think he's done a really good job. It's a mess at the moment because there's stuff just shoved in. As I said, I tried to explain yesterday, we got tired and we just, you know, had to clear up so we could have dinner and stuff. But he did ever so well. This is all MDF. So this is my hanging space. And this is everything apart from some t-shirts that I keep in a drawer because I don't really wear them very much, and leggings, that sort of thing. That's in one of the chests. Actually, it's in this drawer set here. My stuff's in there, so brace yourselves, I don't know what it's like in here. Yeah, this is sort of leggings and jeans. This is tops. I've been through those recently, but I might well go through them again. And this is these are my painting things I wear when I do decorating. This is swimwear, so I might change all this around. This is all current husband's hanging stuff, and it's all fitted in there. I'm absolutely amazed. He's got he's got stuff in, I don't know, I was going to say quite a bit, but he's got probably t-shirts in his drawer, and they can probably come out and I can rehang those, so that will be filled up. There's a space at the bottom. I'm thinking shoes, I'm thinking up there bags. Now we were going to paint this because it's MDF, we were going to paint it white. Well, when I say we, I mean me, but I don't know. I mean, he says he thinks it looks all right the way it is. Obviously it's got labels on which need to be taken off, but so I'm not going to do anything about painting it just for the time being. He's fitted the mirror to the wall there. I want to get some motion sensor battery lights for in the hanging space. Now I do understand that open wardrobes aren't everybody's cup of tea. A lot of people would be saying, oh well, we like doors and that. I can't be bothered with doors, they're a nuisance. And this way we can see what we've got. And current husband actually put a t-shirt on this morning that I hadn't seen, I'd forgotten he'd got, and because it was hanging up, he saw it. Anyway, so then round the corner here to put an end on, So it's got an end on the cupboards, and this was cut back to allow for the door. Now the door doesn't open fully, but it opens enough. We can get through there quite easily. But he did trim that down, and we've got, I mean, we've got one of these things on the back of the door, but we bought one of these this morning at B&Q for our dressing gowns. This is his CPAP bag, and this little one here on the end for my bags, which are currently all in that big bag. So when you see this next time, I'm hoping it will look a lot tidier, and you'll be able to sort of appreciate it, if you like, a bit more. And over there, this is the dog step thing. This stuff, I mean, you know, huge declutter and sort with this over the next couple of days. So I'm hoping that this video will be my Friday video. It should be done by then. So yes, it's quite a massive, well, I say it's massive, I don't think it's going to take me very long to sort all this out. The little drawers at the end haven't got much in. This one has my nightwear and underwear in, and obviously the TV, well, the TV didn't sit on it before, but it probably will now, and I need to tidy all the wires up, and we need to put the rug down, blah 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 blah. So hopefully you can get the idea, and hopefully the next time you see this it will kind of look a little bit nicer than it does at the moment, but you get the idea. And I'm sorry about that door blowing. Yeah, hopefully you get the idea. And I might use that little shelf somewhere, not sure yet, but I don't know if it'll be in here. Okay, so I'll leave you now, and I'll come back to you in a bit. I did mean to say, on the advice of my friend who's used this sort of stuff before, I've used the glass as a template. So she said, she suggested that I cut it, you know, before I stick it, but I have allowed a little bit at each end just to go over the sides there, so we'll see what it looks like. So I did this, it didn't take me very long. I used my Sainsbury's Nectar card to smooth it out. Full disclosure here, there are some air bubbles in it. I do not have the patience to sit here all day getting air bubbles out, so I've put the glass back on. And so just to give you the general idea what it's like. The reason I took this glass off in the first place, I don't know if anybody else has this thing, but when you get this furniture, the glass comes with little sticky feet on it, but they don't stay on forever, and this kept moving about when I was sitting here, and it annoyed me. But actually, I don't think it's quite as slippy now this stuff's underneath, so maybe that'll work. I was going to try and put some more feet on it, but maybe not. Anyway, I will show you all of this when the, well, I can't call it a room reveal, but when everything's done and it's as good as it's going to get for now, I will show you everything done together. I was thinking about putting, I've got a little bit of this left, and I was thinking about covering these side tables, but then I thought, where'd you stop? I don't really want to start putting it on every drawer front, so I don't know, we'll see. I'll have a think about that. Anyway, I'll see you again in a bit. Okay, this is how everything has turned out so far. So you can see the open wardrobe system. Now, I know this isn't everyone's cup of tea. People will say, oh, you'll get dust on everything, but basically a lot of stuff has been hanging on rails before, and I've never really had a massive problem about it, so it is what it is, really. So we've hung a clothes hook on the wall there. There was that little gap, so we thought we'd make use of that, so our dressing gowns and whatever go there. Another hook here, so some of the bags I've got can hang there out of the way. Normally this door is open, so you know, it's just making use of that space. This is virtually all of current husband's, well, it's the lion's share. There is some in drawers. We moved the double, we had a double wide drawer of this thing here along there before, So that's gone in the children's room, so that's made better use of this space. I've left that little stool there because somehow when you get undressed at night, you do sort of want you to put your bits on something until it gets put in the laundry. That seems to be how it works in our house anyway. His current husband has a CPAP machine, so I put it in this basket because it's such an ugly piece of equipment. So I thought it disguises it a bit. And this is for the dogs, because of their arthritis, and they use that to get up and down off of the bed. I do want to point out, in case you're all cringing about dogs being on beds, I know not all of you will be, but they're schnauzers, and despite the fact dogs are germy, I fully get that, but they don't really have any drop any hair, so I'm not forever cleaning hair up off of everything. We particularly chose the breed because of that. So now this is just obviously this needs to be painted, I think. Current husband's quite keen. MDF, that's what I was searching for. And current husband said leave it this colour, but I think it needs to be painted. So that's going to be my job, and I really haven't got it in me at the moment to do that. So over the next week or two, I will paint this white probably, and I will show you, but it needs to be primed with proper MDF primer, so I need to go and buy some of that, so it will look different eventually, but this is just to give you a proper idea. I bought all these from B&Q. They were £6 something each. There's nothing in them at the moment, so I've got actually more room that I bargained for, but I'm going to start filling them with stuff when you get the transition time, isn't it, from seasons. I can put some stuff up there out of the way. Yeah, I mean, I can see what I've got now. This used to be it used to be spread into 2 rooms, so it's good to have it all here. At the bottom, they're not matching boxes, but I figured nobody cares about that too much. It's our bedroom, nobody else really comes in here, apart from all of you people that are watching this video. So yeah, there's plenty of room at the bottom for me to put other stuff. I was hoping to have some sort of shelving unit as well, but there just wasn't the room there wasn't the length in the wall. So I think he's done a good job, and I think that's really useful. You put the mirror up there. Oh, you've recognised perhaps my duvet cover that I bought a few weeks ago. And then I just rejigged this furniture around a bit. We had a Kallax unit in the corner that the TV was on, so I've moved that into the cupboard. I'll show you in a minute. So it's basically these bits here. Got a little table in the corner. I left that out. I thought I'd just have the bedside table and this, but it looked a bit weird, so I put that little table in there, and you can see Ted's there quite happy in his new little spot out of the dog's reach. And you would have seen me do this thing, so I've decided not to put it anywhere else because I'm not sure if it reminds me of a table, you know, like a formica table in a fish and chip restaurant. But anyway, at least it looks better than it did, I think. Oh, look at us, aren't we cute? And this is really all I've got on here at the moment. So I've got this little grey tray thing with bits in, and this, and then what I did, I just put these away that I was showing you. So there's far less stuff in here, and I'm using this for stuff that I don't want to throw away, but I don't want to get rid of. Oh, there's my little memory box. So I will show you the next room. So I've cleared all of the clothes. This was full of clothes. Left a few hangers there because I keep my tumble dryer here. I don't have anywhere else to put it until we reclaim our other room. Some things obviously you can't tumble dry, so I just hang them there, and it works perfectly okay as a system. This is the unit that was in our room, the double width unit, and that's still got our stuff in it. The children, when they come, they don't hang things up or anything, or need drawer. Well, actually they've got a bit of drawer space in my son's room, but they don't need any space in here for that. So this is a lot clearer. It feels like when you clear things out, it just feels like a weight's been lifted, doesn't it? And then the other thing I did was this cupboard that was on the stairs, which is now tidy. I think I've already shown you this once before in this video, but just to show you, I mean, it still needs to be a bit further sorted out. That will be going back on my, you know, stuffed, is the duvet thing. It'll be going back in my room soon. So at the moment I've just got some towels down there that I don't really need, but until I do something else with them. Some games at the, you know, just stuff really, isn't it? A couple of work jackets for current husband, and the spare hangers. And I've said before, when I reclaim my other room, that'll be a project I'm looking forward to, sort of doing a craft and sort of sewing area, and where I can do my videos as well, rather than have to keep getting a camping table out every time to do it. So I'm really pleased with that, and that's my upstairs Hoover as well. So that sits in there nicely now. I suppose I should put something on the floor. Current husband said about painting it in here, and I thought, yeah, I would if I had nothing else to do with my life, but maybe I will one of these days. Sorry if that light's shining. I can't say enough how great these lights are. I know I've said it before. B&Q, £8, battery motion sensor, I can't say it, battery motion sensor lights. I've got one downstairs in my understairs cupboard as well. They're really good. Yeah, so that's that. I think that is everything. So if I haven't already, I don't know where I'm going to put this in the video, but oh, let me just turn you around, hold on. Yeah, just thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you like what I've done. It's not a major makeover. It's just a rejigging. For about 200 quid we did all that, which is, I think, cheaper than buying the actual, you know, wardrobes that I don't really want. And yeah, so I think he's made a good job of that. So anyway, you can always let me know what you think in your comments. So you take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.